Alright, JCDC fans, so haven't really done a whole lot of videoing of this. We had a ditch witch out, I think I told you in a previous clip here. Dug that trench all the way over to the garage. And we've got our 8 holes here. There's 2 there, 2 there, 2 right here. And we're going to set our first post. Now, we're doing this array a little bit different than the other 2 over there. We're actually going to set these vertical, meaning lengthwise up and down, and we're only going to do 2 strings, whereas over there I believe we have 4 strings of 3. Yeah, 4 strings of 3. And we're doing much higher voltage on this one because obviously the distance there compared to over there. So yeah, we're going to do buku solar now. So yeah, we got these going. We're going to level the posts up and start pouring some concretes. Later. Hey JCDC fans, so we didn't get a whole lot of filming of the auger work that we did. So we did the same thing we did before on those guys over there. I think I already mentioned this, but we rented a ditch witch and augered out the holes just like we did last time, filled them with concrete. And so we've got a row here and a row back here, and I did these a little closer together and at a bit of a shallower angle on this too, because we want these to be summer focused panels, because that's why we're running the generator there in the background, because here we are, monsoon season, and it's been this way for a few days. So we've got to increase our solar output because we're using a lot of juice these days. Anyway, so this is our progress. Did the same way I did last time. So I got 4x4 posts on the corners. I did 4x6s in the middle, bolted them all, and we put headers across just like before. And these things, man, they are solid. I'm wrenching on these things and they're not going anywhere. So just like the last 2 mounts, that's how we're doing these guys. Now these are on the west side of the garage here. I think I may have mentioned that before. Got the trench in here all set to go for our solar lines, our PV wire going down. So it's going to go along the side of the garage there and then head into the equipment room. And for this guy, I'll probably mention it later, but we went with the big boy Schneider charge controller. You know, the 600 volt 100 amp guy, so we could run these all the way out here because we didn't want to put any more panels over there because that's going to be kind of in view of the front of the house, because the house is going beyond the other side of the building there. But anyway, so we stuck these out here, and then the plan is if we need more juice, we'll just do another one of these right over here where those pallets are. This is kind of our scrap pile area, and we'll put, you know, another one in front of that, and we'll either dig another. Actually, I'm going to put enough down here, enough conduit. I don't know if I'm going to do conduit or not, but I may do conduit enough that definitely on either ends, because the PV wire I bought is direct burial. But what I'll do is I'll put 1.25 inches over there at the building corner so that I could come up into PVC, which is going to straddle horizontal across the building there and then go in. So I'll have plenty of room for another array like this. And this is going to be, I'll probably mention this again too, but it's going to be 12 panels, 6 in series, so 2 strings. So we'll have you know, 4 or 5 cables running through here to feed this. All right, onward and upward. Coming. Okay, hand me that piece. Nope. Yeah, I'll take that. Actually, this has to wait for the spools. Okay, it's good spools.
Go ahead, Paul.
Hey everybody. Alright, so I missed a little bit of filming. I got all the wires pulled to our disconnect box out here. And I got the box mounted obviously. But I'm filling in the ditch here. I got direct burial cable from Cable and Wire Your Way. Hopefully you can hear me. That generator's going. This is what we're dealing with here. So until I can get these babies fired up, batteries need a little help. Anyway, so I'm filling it in, and I put sand down first. Luckily we got a huge pile of sand over there. And then I put some rocks on top, all the way down. And then I'm filling with gravel on top of that, all the way down. And then I've got some marking tape that I'm going to put down. So hopefully, if I don't remember, the next person that comes along and has to dig through here will see my handiwork and realize, oh, excuse me. Oh, wow, look, there's wires here because look, you see, there's a solar panel array here, right? Oh, I'm tired from digging, but a little more to do. Get the goose to shut up over there. What's up, goose? Say hi. Anyway, thought I'd give you an update. I didn't film everything here, but we'll see if we can string this together with some other footage that I've got of the controller and everything else. Here is the new Conext MPPT 100/600 charge controller. It's going right next to my original equipment there. I've still got the two MPP 6150s over there in the corner. I got a fan that runs on them just to keep them cool because I've actually got 6 kilowatts connected to both of those, and they get a little warm. So yeah, we're gonna get this bad boy in service. Being monsoon season, we get cloud cover every day, and sometimes we don't get rain, although it's thundering like crazy out there right now. With the cloud cover, it kind of diminishes our solar capacity, but what I've got now with that new array that I just showed you, I've got bifacial panels, and what we're going to do is we're going to put white gravel underneath it and hopefully get as much reflective surface up on those panels. Matter of fact, let's go take a look at those panels right now. So, okay, here we go. So we're walking outside the garage here. Here are the panels. I got my fused disconnect box here. So if we, let's see, we pop this baby open. Let's see if we, there we go. See, we got a spot for 3 fuses to go with our disconnect. And then boom, put it on. Boom, keep it off. But the star of the show here, these are the new, I think they're called Sun Gold or Sun Power, I forget. They're 460 watt panels, bifacial. So I mean, even if I get just full sun, you know, I get 460 watts per. So, but I could get up to 500 and I think it's 70 or 80 watts, because if you look underneath here, there's no white film. It's another panel underneath. So down here we're going to put in all white rock underneath here and border it. Right now we got a little bit of a drainage problem. Water's kind of running down, but we'll build this up on this side and hopefully we can mitigate some of the runoff here. But this is the new solar mount. Now I ended up buying dimensional lumber, and then I bought copper sulfate. Home Depot sells this stuff that you can treat the wood yourself. And I found it a couple years back when I was building some supports for my RV. I was keeping it outside and I needed to level it. And so I bought some, I don't know, I think they're 2x10s or, yeah, I think they're 2x10s. And I treated them with this stuff, and they are still, the wood is as good as it is today. Matter of fact, there's a piece on the ground, let's see, over there, that I was using to mitigate some runoff going to our tanks over there. But anyway, these are just dimensional lumber pieces, and we soaked the crap out of them with that copper sulfate. and that's why they're a little green. And we built it kind of the same way we built the other two, although this one is at a much reduced angle. So we want to maximize the summertime sun these guys collect, because really we use the most electricity. I've gone back through and looked at our reports. We use the most electricity in June. June is usually the hottest month down here. Now we're actually getting monsoons early this year. You can see some rain. That's down near Tombstone. On the other side over there is the Dragoons. It's getting hammered pretty good. And there's a little bit to the north of us in Benson. But anyway, we laid these down as flat as we wanted to in this particular case, so we could maximize that summertime sunshine. Because, we want to run air conditioning, and now that we've got the beast behind me, the other RV, when the daughter's down here, she's going to be wanting to run AC if she's going to be working remote, working on her master's. And, we'll have maybe 3 air conditionings going at one time. So I want to make sure we have enough juice during the day to be able to cover that load. Now, these guys should be able to put us over the top, and then those batteries inside the garage there are going to be able to soak up all the rest of this juice, I hope. So once the house gets built, I should say, we should be prepared electricity wise. I mean, we were barely getting by with those 2 arrays over there. Now they're a little bit, I think the angle's a little bit off on those, but we get so much sun in the wintertime, we have to turn stuff on. I mean, we're heating water. We're, we're doing all kinds of stuff over there, trying to use up the sun in the wintertime. But once the house is ready to go, then we'll have this bad boy here to rely on too. So it's basically 2 series of 6. And what I did is, the bottom row is a series and the top row is a series, even though they're grouped 4, 4, and 4. That charge controller can handle 600 volts and put out 100 amps to the batteries. So we're gonna do 300 and something, high 300 volts. So huge voltage. Put some 10 gauge wire in the ground, and then run it into that charge control over there. So we'll have 2 strings on it. That controller is pretty cool. It can handle 3 strings. Only 10 amps per string, but it's pretty powerful. So if we walk over here, so here's our tanks. We've gotten a ton of rain. That first tank over there, or the farthest tank I should say, it's got about 1,200 gallons in it so far, just between the rains we've gotten this year. Pretty cool. So this here's our first array that we put in after we first got down here. And then, like I said, the angle of it is, optimal for March, September. And like I said, in the wintertime, we have to turn things on. June, though, we struggle, especially when it's a day like this. And then I put in the second array, hoping to mitigate it, and I actually lowered it a little bit, but not enough, I think, for the summertime. If I'd have lowered that one, I might have been okay, but we knew we were going to need more juice, and so that's where that bad boy came in. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching this video. This is going to basically be part 1 of the new solar upgrades that we're doing. Part 2, we'll talk about batteries and the kits that we bought, the cells and the kits, and how we're going to integrate all that. And we're going to do a few other little extra things. And then we're going to, put those into production, and we'll do a wrap up of the entire upgrade. And then hopefully from there, maybe we'll do an update video on what's been going on water capture wise, home build. We've got a few other things that we've done. We finally set up that other trailer. Maybe we'll do a little bit of footage on that and what we did there. So, keep following us on this journey, and see you in the next one. Thanks.